San Francisco sells itself as the place where tomorrow gets coded today. Yet on any given night in 2025, roughly 1 in every 60 San Franciscans beds down under canvas, cardboard, or a car roof. Tech IPO neon rubs shoulders with the blue glow of patrol lights, and the numbers are tilting the wrong way. Overdose deaths have already hit 633 this year, half linked to fentanyl. As the city's summer fog rolls in, how did the most inventive zip codes on Earth invent a crisis they can't debug? The newest point-in-time census counted 8,323 people without permanent shelter, a 7% jump since 2022. Picture that many fans packing Oracle Park's lower bowl, then imagine every seat is a sleeping bag. Eviction filings tell an even sharper story. 3,700 cases in just the first half of 2025, outstripping all of last year. Luis, a line cook with a side hustle in crypto, watched his rent jump, lost one paycheck, and now lives in a dented Dodge Caravan parked beneath a Soma freeway ramp, streaming tutorials on how to re-enter the restaurant market while heat from his engine fights the night chill. But rents alone don't explain why asphalt replaced his address. Only 6% of apartments in the city qualify as affordable. The rest float around a 3,900 to 4,600 median that laughs at W-2s. Escalating caps still allow 8.8% yearly hikes under state law. Meanwhile, gig work instability means a pink slip can arrive by push notification. Add a single hospital bill, and savings vanish faster than a morning marine layer. For many survivors, the first tumble is medical, untreated bipolar episodes or a knee injury that sidelines a delivery rider. Without family safety nets, a sofa visit turns permanent, and paperwork headaches gatekeep access to help. Even if you dodge the rent hike, the system can still gut your wallet in one swipe. San Francisco pours nearly $1 billion a year into homelessness programs, yet watchdogs note tens of millions parked in reserve. Proposition C, the tech tax meant to be a game-changer, funnels $250 to $300 million annually. But City Hall released only a third of what the mayor requested for new shelter beds this summer. Across the Bay, the state is now eyeing cuts to its flagship homelessness grant, threatening a fiscal cliff. Critics whisper about zombie dollars, grants allocated but never hitting the streets, while encampments keep multiplying. $1 billion buys hope, unless it never leaves the marble corridors. Not all efforts stall. Housing first flipped the script. Hand a person keys first, treat everything else second. And it anchors 15 navigation centers where pets, partners, and belongings are welcome. Project HomeKey turned 800 hotel rooms into semi-permanent apartments, and a fresh downtown bill could harvest another 4,400 homes from empty offices if developers bite. Then there's Care Court, a controversial program that can order treatment for people spiraling with untreated mental illness. Civil rights groups fear coercion. Families desperate for help call it salvation. Both sides agree on one thing: the status quo is failing loudly. Concrete plans meet concrete resistance, literally, in zoning hearings that drag for months while tents pop up overnight. When the U.S. Supreme Court upheld Grants Pass's camping ban, some predicted rapid crackdowns nationwide. Reality? Even Grants Pass still can't clear its own camp. Lawsuits and injunctions tie city hands. San Francisco's sweeps remain under federal scrutiny, and residents trade barbs. Is clearing tents a cleanup or a shell game? Overlay that with the fentanyl wave, 633 OD deaths so far, and panic simmers. Harm reduction advocates say safe use sites save lives. Skeptics brand them magnets. Meanwhile, paramedics answer calls that outpace the fire department's schedule. Clean the streets or clean out lives? The argument is louder than the sirens. Numbers numb. Stories spark. Meet Jade, 22. A junior coder laid off in the latest tech contraction. She now rents a couch in Daly City, commuting 90 minutes to part-time bar shifts. James, The 55-year-old veteran from our competitor's piece still attends the Soma job training workshop every dawn. Maya, 34, sketches murals in a Polk Street navigation lobby. Last month, she sold her first canvas for $150 and messaged her sister, "I finally feel seen." Their stories expose what spreadsheets bury. New York sleeps most unhoused residents indoors. 95% in shelters, but spends $2 billion yearly and still watches numbers climb. LA wrestles a 70% unsheltered rate across a county the size of Connecticut. Seattle drenches tents with 40 inches of rain a year. San Francisco's compact 49 square miles make its failures impossible to miss. A postcard skyline framing makeshift villages. If every big city is bleeding, why does San Francisco's wound feel deeper? Because the gap between wealth and want is a single bike lane wide. Real fixes start with front doors. Fast-tracking permits from 18 months to 6 would let cranes outrun crises. Mandating 20% below-market units in new towers spreads the risk instead of concentrating misery. Office conversion incentives could pump out thousands of apartments before 2032. Tech firms, 80,000 strong, could earmark stock grant slivers for workforce housing and still break Friday night IPO records. Prop C money needs a watchdog with teeth, not a whiteboard full of arrows. And state legislators debating cuts might ask, how many tents will sprout when funding shrinks? Because the most radical idea in 2025 might be giving everyone a door that locks. San Francisco always claimed to map the future. If it can blueprint a city where innovation and inclusion kiss, the rest of America will copy its code. Until then, the story under the Golden Gate keeps writing itself in rain-soaked ink. So here's the challenge. Vote like housing is infrastructure. Volunteer like dignity is a team sport. And talk about this video in places where billion-dollar budgets get decided. If you're new here, smash the like, drop a comment, tell us which solution you'd fund first, and subscribe. Street stories don't end when the camera clicks off. They move. And tonight, they might be moving right past your front door.